A single rainstorm can awaken a flood. One lightning bolt can light up the entire sky, and a small movement underground can reshape the landscape. These are the moments when nature makes everyone stop and watch. Around 2 feet of fast-moving lawn can sweep away many vehicles, making the cars carried away in Utiel, Spain a clear reminder: never attempt to drive through a flooded road. In an explosion, the danger extends beyond the blast center. A shock wave carries a rapid pressure change outward and can cause serious effects well beyond the immediate area. If you were in this situation, do you think you could stay calm when everything suddenly went wrong? It looks like luck had to work at full speed to reach this man at exactly the most dangerous moment. Natural disasters cause billions of dollars in economic losses in Brazil each year, showing that their impact doesn't end when the water recedes or the storm passes. Fire does more than burn what is inside a structure. Extreme heat can weaken concrete, reduce the strength of steel, and increase the risk of structural collapse. Hard braking shifts weight toward the front wheels, making a vehicle more likely to lose stability or skid if the wheels lock. Fortunately, this rider made it out safely. A silo can hold anywhere from dozens to thousands of tons of grain. Once its wall ruptures and material begins pouring out, the enormous internal load can quickly destabilize the structure and lead to collapse. A height restriction bar acts as a final physical warning. If a vehicle strikes it, the driver should stop rather than continue toward the structure ahead. Was this unexpected outcome entirely the forklift's fault, or did another factor also contribute to the accident? The driver of that red car may have just earned a spot in the Reflex Championships after that split-second save. The danger usually isn't the portable gas stove itself, but poor quality equipment, an incompatible gas canister, or improper use. Could a warning sign or height restriction bar be exactly what this location needs to alert drivers before they go too far? Mother Nature apparently gave this car a brand new feature today, one the manufacturer definitely never offered.
No puedo hacer nada.
Just around 6 inches of fast-moving floodwater can knock an adult off balance, making it extremely dangerous to enter the current just to save property. After connecting two sides through countless rainy seasons, this bridge has now become the stage where the flood displays its unforgiving power. If Earth's surface is an artwork that is never truly finished, landslides are among the many edits nature continues to add. This will definitely be an expensive lesson for the truck driver about slowing down and staying calm before entering a curve. terrifying moment was captured on August 2nd near Satha, west of Athens, Greece, when two firefighting helicopters unexpectedly collided in midair. A safe journey begins with good preparation, and sometimes the first step is as simple as getting enough sleep the night before. A broken yellow line separates opposing traffic and allows passing when conditions permit, but entering the opposite lane when it is unsafe puts everyone at risk. Large trucks have extensive blind spots, so keeping your distance and avoiding lingering beside them is the safer way to share the road. Oh my God, this may be the clearest demonstration of just how dangerous losing control can become on any journey. Some guests are always welcome, but this legless visitor seems to have brought the one gift nobody wanted: instant panic. With just one move, this guy seems to have completely won the girl over. Gas is an extremely useful fuel, but neglecting equipment and fuel line inspections can quickly turn everyday convenience into a serious hazard.
Get away from!
Does this scene bring back a memory you still haven't been able to forget? If there were an award for the fastest crowd-clearing performance, this elephant would definitely be a strong contender. If this is how a bull asks for a little personal space, you have to admit the entire group understood the message remarkably quickly. It looks like Mother Nature opened a waterfall right in the middle of a street in Peru today. Unfortunately, this is definitely not a tourist attraction anyone wants to visit.
Me he llevado las cosas, me he llevado un mes, me he llevado la ayuda.
Nossa, uma moto, velho, me ajuda a pegar.
Prolonged rainfall saturates the ground and raises pore water pressure, reducing the slope's resistance to sliding. Once gravity overcomes that resistance, a landslide can begin. This four-legged visitor probably just wanted to stop by for a look and leave the owner a little souvenir called a repair bill. But getting this close to enormous whales still carries risks because of their sheer size and power. A safari is where we enter the animal's world, not the other way around. Keeping your distance is the simplest way to be a respectful guest. Have you ever had the chance to go on a safari and experience the wildlife up close in real life? With their massive build and strong defensive instincts, bulls may fight back when they feel threatened rather than simply flee. That's why a safe distance should always be respected. After this incident, a track and field class might be the next thing she signs up for just to prepare for any unexpected sprints. It looks like he just spent his entire luck budget for the month on one moment, and I'd say it was absolutely worth it. Flood water entering a home doesn't just threaten your belongings. Electricity and water are an extremely dangerous combination, so never enter water that may be electrically energized.
Mati.
Clear skies and calm winds before a storm can create a false sense of security, causing people to let their guard down just before dangerous weather arrives.
No, hermano, mira.
Fast-moving flood water can be far stronger than it looks, so even water that seems shallow enough to walk through can knock you off balance and sweep you away. Nearly 200 floods each year, along with other extreme weather events, show how Italy continues to face significant damage from natural hazards. An intersection is no place to trust only what you can see. Slowing down and checking carefully can reveal vehicles hidden in blind spots. Who do you think was actually at fault in this situation? Before the GPS could recalculate the route, momentum had already chosen a new path for the vehicle. Unfortunately, nobody requested this detour. A vehicle may carry plenty of passengers, but panic is the one passenger that should never be allowed anywhere near the steering wheel. I think a warning horn is essential equipment on a vehicle like this, giving others an alert before an unexpected movement creates danger. If Mother Nature had a cleanup crew, floods would definitely top the list with the way they sweep almost everything out of their path. Could climate change be making many extreme weather events more intense and unpredictable than before? I really don't understand why some drivers still insist on making dangerous passes when they already know how much risk that decision carries. The driver's calm response was what helped everyone on board get through the elephant's aggressive reaction safely. Cassowaries are generally solitary and strongly territorial, so they may react aggressively when people or other animals get too close. Flash floods arrive quickly, move with tremendous force, and are difficult to predict, turning seemingly ordinary decisions into dangerous ones within minutes. When Mother Nature is blowing off steam, this violently staying indoors and away from windows is always the smarter choice. Luck was on this man's side today, but this is also an expensive lesson in staying away from floodwater, especially when it is rushing down a mountainside. When a deteriorating structure is deliberately demolished, it is not just an ending. It can also protect people in nearby infrastructure from risks that have built up over years of exposure. Perhaps this also helps explain why dogs are viewed so differently across cultures around the world. Staying calm is the key every driver needs to hold on to in situations like this. Then you spot what caused the shelf to suddenly collapse in this situation.
Non ci credo. Oddio. Qua.
On the steep terrain, gravity accelerates flowing water, increasing its kinetic energy and its ability to carry rocks, vehicles, and debris.
Hey, cuidado el coche.
Are you ready for what nature has in store today? Drop the name of your state in the comments before we begin.
Ahí abajo. Justo en el corredor del chapón.
It looks like this table finally got tired of fighting gravity and decided today was the perfect day to lie down and take a break. Luck showed up at exactly the right moment, but it was the worker's quick reflexes that allowed him to make the most of those precious seconds. It seems worker safety measures at this factory still have a long way to go. Apparently, the light bulb just promoted itself to shift manager and decided this guy had worked long enough for one day. Are you watching this video during the day or at night? Even though they successfully crossed the floodwater, this was still an extremely risky decision given the unpredictable power of a flash flood. A handbook on pedestrian safety might be the most meaningful gift for this man after that attempt at crossing the street. Rain is a challenge for pedestrians and drivers alike, as slippery pavement can turn one hurried step into an unexpected fall. Technology may give humans control over many environments, but in the wild, knowing when to back away is often the clearest sign of intelligence. Do you usually put a muzzle on your dog when taking them outside? Besides split hooves with hard outer edges and softer pads that provide excellent grip on rocks, goats have another irresistible weapon. Can you guess how many ducks are in this frame? This woman just received a first-hand lesson from a seagull about keeping food covered whenever you're eating at the beach. Nature may spend thousands of years shaping a cliff, yet sometimes it needs only a few seconds to completely redraw its outline. After everything that happened, the best news is that the driver was able to walk away safely. Asphalt and concrete absorb a very little water, So heavy rain quickly becomes surface runoff, rushing into streets in low-lying areas and increasing the danger of flooding.
Poxa, sai daí, tio, que eu vou te falar. Isso é um buraco, pô. É um buraco ali.
Olha o sol.
On the morning of September 27, an earthquake of around magnitude 6 struck Crete, Greece, shaking buildings and sending residents into a panic. Right now, everyone probably wishes there were a giant off switch that could make the frightening shaking stop immediately. This car probably never expected today's collision to involve a vehicle that was built to conquer the skies. It's only when landing gear fails that we realize just how important this seemingly simple system is to a safe landing. An aerobatic pilot narrowly escaped death after his aircraft made an emergency landing in the sea off Guatemala on Sunday, September 14th. A massive Danish rescue vessel battled enormous waves during Storm Gorm, which battered Sweden and Denmark on Sunday, November 30th. A cargo ship may need more than a mile to come to a complete stop, which is why judging distance and reacting early are critical for every captain. When a flash flood strikes, people can sometimes do little more than watch helplessly as the rushing water carries away their property. The August 19 flash flood in Tocopilla, Chile is another reminder that early warnings cannot stop the water, but they can give people precious minutes to leave low-lying areas, reach higher ground, and move out of the flood's path. Mother Nature just assigning the wind a little rearranging job. Unfortunately, nobody asked for the way it decided to get things done.
Sweetheart, how do it?
Strong winds on a ship's deck can make it difficult to maintain your balance. In bad weather, staying inside the cabin and following the crew's instructions is the safer choice.
This is our cabin, but it's very cheap, but it's a bit of a draft. The sun is shining. Leave your seatbelt on.
How long has it been since you last took your car in for maintenance? Even a small change in the track can send a train off its intended path, and the Massachusetts incident on August 14th shows why regular track inspections matter so much. It seems the driver seriously underestimated the vehicle's actual height, and the structure overhead just helped him measure it again in a way nobody would want. Winter doesn't just bring beautiful scenery. For drivers, snow and ice can turn familiar roads into a serious test of skill and judgment. If anyone still had doubts about this driver's skills behind the wheel, that maneuver may have provided the clearest answer.
Oh my God.
The breathtaking beauty of the Rocky Mountains comes with unpredictable risks, as a sudden rock slide exposed the frightening power of nature.
Oh my God!
Flooding disaster in China left haunting images. A house was swept into the river and collapsed right before residents' eyes. A bus crashed through a fence in a cloud of dust. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the shock left the whole neighborhood speechless. When the weather decides to join the game, every strategy stops. A Peruvian dust storm swept through, proving even nature loves to steal the spotlight. This overeager truck nearly turned a bridge into a racetrack. Remember, speed and vision are your best allies on narrow crossings. When flash flooding begins, never attempt to cross river streams, flooded crossings, or fast-moving water. Don't risk your life to recover property. Move quickly away from low areas and steep slopes. Have you ever witnessed a flood this powerful in person? A roof doesn't just face sideways wind pressure, it also experiences suction above and internal pressure below. When these forces combine, the risk of the roof being torn away rises sharply. Hail, heavy rain, and powerful winds arrived together in one storm, turning August 5th into a memorable day of severe weather across southern Alberta. Hail forms when strong updrafts inside thunderstorms repeatedly lift ice particles through freezing air, allowing them to grow before falling with considerable impact. It looks like all three drivers just received a hands-on lesson in inertia. Unfortunately, this definitely wasn't a class any of them wanted to take. Unsecured cargo continues to cause highway accidents every year, reminding us that checking and securing the load before departure should never be overlooked. Just a few more feet, and this truck could have turned an ordinary moment into a serious accident. Fortunately, luck was on everyone's side this time. Black ice forms when a thin layer of water freezes on the road below, 32 to GF, creating a nearly transparent surface that contributes to many winter driving accidents. Some signs only need to be read, but this one apparently decided to demonstrate exactly why it was placed there. Watching this, I'm genuinely starting to wonder how this driver managed to pass the driving test. A wrong decision while making a U-turn caused a motorcycle to crash, an important lesson. Always slow down, observe carefully, and prioritize safety over haste. In a split second, the front wheel flipped violently, the three-wheeler swerved and tipped over, a heart-stopping moment that ended in relief. In your opinion, what factor caused the pickup truck to lose control while driving near a residential area like this? Water surged through the streets as a small car fought inch by inch against the current. Neon lights still glowed in Las Vegas, but in that flood, people were reminded how small we truly are beneath nature's force. Avoiding one obstacle came at the cost of the entire vehicle. Fortunately, the people were safe, leaving behind an unforgettable lesson. In an apartment parking lot, a car crashed into a fire hydrant, sending a massive column of water shooting into the air as the driver opened the door and ran from the vehicle.
Hey, put the backpack on your left.
Inside their cars, people watched in silence as hailstones hammered the windows, frightened, amazed, and deeply aware of nature's strength. Melina de Segura seems to have received an unwanted deep cleaning package today, and Mother Nature clearly selected the most powerful setting. Cars that normally rule the streets suddenly look like toys once the floodwaters in West Java take control.
Mobil asup sekali mobil. Mobil. Itu mobil asup.
Boaters had a close encounter with a waterspout while enjoying a day on the Ohio River in Cincinnati on Saturday, May 21st.
It's coming for the shore. Let's see.
Even if they don't look especially dangerous, small waterspouts can still produce strong winds and lift lightweight objects, so keeping your distance is always the smarter choice.
I got it.
A waterspout that formed over the sea moved ashore in the coastal resort town of Cefalù, Sicily on August 5th, forcing beachgoers to quickly seek safety. Madrid seems to be experiencing a very unusual rush hour today, where cars have to give way to four-legged commuters who don't even need a driver's license. A bear's sense of smell is one of its most highly developed senses, allowing it to detect very faint scents in the environment and locate food efficiently. Bear-resistant trash cans don't just protect the garbage. They also discourage bears from becoming accustomed to finding food around people, helping reduce dangerous encounters. Apparently, in this driver's rulebook, the section on right-of-way rules was filed under optional reading instead of must follow. Securing cargo properly is also a way of securing a little more safety for everyone sharing the road. Have you ever had a moment of distraction behind the wheel and accidentally confused the gas pedal with the brake? If your vehicle breaks down, move out of the traffic lane when it's safe to do so. Stopping in the middle of a highway puts both you and the traffic behind you at risk. An intersection is no place to test your reflexes. Slowing down and looking carefully is still far cheaper than learning the lesson the hard way. Speed may give you a temporary thrill, but it also takes away precious time to react when danger suddenly appears. Beer contains CO2 dissolved under pressure. If a bottle has been damaged, exposed to heat, or struck beforehand, weakened glass can suddenly shatter under the internal pressure. Animals can easily panic when suddenly caught on an obstacle, and the harder they struggle to escape, the more dangerous the situation can become.
Oh, it just broke it.
Did you know that black bears are excellent swimmers, have a highly flexible, omnivorous diet, and can spend the winter in a special state of dormancy?
Dude, I respect the hustle. Big boy.
Tem pouquinho, aranha.
Are you someone who's really afraid of arthropods? If the answer is yes, this next scene might send a shiver down your spine.
Hã?
Olha pertinho aqui, ó. Bem pertinho.
The desert often feels completely still, but when millions of grains of sand begin moving together, the entire landscape suddenly seems to come alive. Flood water doesn't just push against a structure, it can seep inside and weaken it. Once water begins entering through walls or floors, moving to a safer location should be the priority. Apparently, Mother Nature wasn't satisfied with the parking arrangement here and decided to reorganize everything herself. Unfortunately, none of the owners requested the service. Beneath the seemingly peaceful ground lies a planet that never truly stops moving, and this small eruption feels like a moment when Earth suddenly speaks up. The plant looked as if it had lit up a second sun in the Ohio night, except this intense glow was a warning that had the entire neighborhood worried.
Holy shit.
This kid must have some pretty impressive IQ and EQ, turning a small mishap into such a clever and adorable recovery in just a few seconds. The Michelin brothers first introduced pneumatic tires to automobiles in 1895, yet failing to check tire pressure and condition still contributes to many accidents every year. Oh my God, it's incredibly fortunate that nobody was inside the car when the incident happened. Some dangers don't appear right in front of you. Where you can spot them in time, they can quietly begin beneath your feet in ways nobody expects.
Oh, bitch.
This meal just got a very special seasoning from the little boy, and I'm guessing this man will remember that unexpected flavor for a long time. It looks like weight and gravity won this tug of war, pulling everything down in a way nobody there wanted to see. Mother Nature just delivered a real-world physics lesson to everyone here, and today's subject is called a sinkhole. Strong winds snapped and toppled a tree in the backyard of an Indianapolis home on Sunday, March 15th. Preparing for a safe winter trip can begin with something as simple as checking the weather forecast and official warnings before heading out. The danger of a blizzard isn't just the snowfall. Strong winds, poor visibility, and icy roads are the combination that can quickly turn an ordinary drive into a serious challenge. Flood danger isn't just about water speed. Water pressure, buoyancy, and foundation erosion can work together to make even a sturdy house vulnerable to being displaced.
Jesus Christ.
I'm curious, what device are you watching this video on right now? A lightning bolt tore through the night sky at a quiet intersection, a violent flash amid storm warnings that made everyone who saw it hold their breath. The Houston area was hit by severe hail during a thunderstorm, as cars parked outdoors became targets for a barrage of ice falling relentlessly. Just a few life or death seconds, earth and rock crashed down violently. A truck vanished into a cloud of dust, and the driver survived thanks to quick reflexes. Under the skies of Bangkok, rooftop swimming pool water spilled over after a strong earthquake, revealing a dramatic moment of nature's force. Can the Bella Bridge on the Kodari Highway be restored soon after this terrifying landslide?
Where is it taking it?
As cities and roads continue to expand, could humans also be gradually pushing deeper into wildlife habitats, making encounters like these more common?
He taking the whole. Whoa! Wait, that ain't ours, is it?
Oh, it is.
No.
So I'm going down.
What in the world?
Pull it, pull it, pull it!
Can't take it to the tree. He trying to drag it up the tree with him.
No mames, güey. Ya tú y yo. Nada, güey, nada.
Ice may look solid without actually being strong enough to support weight. Several people moving together can place significant stress on the surface. During molting season, some crab species gather in large groups, and staying among others may improve the survival chances of individuals that have just shed their shells. Do you think this is a skill the dog actually practiced, or did it accidentally discover its new favorite game?
We did that a long time.
Its low, elongated, wall-like shape makes a shelf cloud easy to recognize, and heavy rain and strong thunderstorm winds often follow behind it. The bear briefly paused the confrontation to inspect the Mercedes, and the owner may have just gained a safari memory that won't be cheap.
Ficamos da calça. Vai ser na lixo.
Non, mais nisiya. Non, mais nisiya.
What makes flash floods dangerous isn't just their depth. Water funneled through narrow valleys and confined terrain can accelerate extremely quickly. If I hadn't told you this was normally a beautiful waterfall, you might have a hard time believing the violent scene in front of you is the exact same place. Winds exceeding 60 miles per year swept across California's high-elevation grasslands, blowing snow through the air and dramatically reducing visibility in a short time. The habit of bringing prey or objects back to their owners can reflect both social bonding and the strong hunting instincts that still remain in our four-legged companions. Gravity never misses an opportunity to do its job, and this box just provided a pretty clear demonstration. I've always thought transparent glass doors like these should have decals or visible markings to make them easier to notice. Are you the kind of viewer who loves watching moments like these on a huge TV screen? One small weakness can bring down an entire system, showing just how important it is to inspect the load capacity connections and stability of shelving. Immediately leaving the cab was probably one of the best decisions this driver could have made, allowing him to escape the danger zone within seconds. Nature is always full of surprises, and not every encounter has to be frightening. Sometimes it simply leaves us amazed and smiling. The driver was probably prepared for rain, wind, and traffic, but I'm guessing chickens falling from the sky was never part of the plan. When trapped in an unfamiliar space, wild animals can quickly panic and run uncontrollably while desperately searching for an escape route. An elephant's massive body means even relatively slow movement carries considerable momentum, so getting too close can still be extremely dangerous. Staying calm is one of the most important keys to responding more safely when you unexpectedly encounter a wild animal. No introduction needed. One moment is enough for the sky to take center stage and draw every eye up. When the tug of war between gravity and the stability of a mountainside is finally decided, soil and rock lose their support, making a landslide difficult to avoid. If this hillside were weighed in tons of soil and rock, this landslide probably just made Mother Nature's scale drop dramatically.
No! No!
Did you know an increase of just one whole magnitude may not sound dramatic, but it represents roughly 31.6 times more energy released during an earthquake. The best thing for people here right now is to leave the area quickly before an even larger mass of soil and rock comes crashing down the mountainside. It seems Mother Nature is reminding these visitors that keeping a safe distance is what gives their journey the best chance of ending safely. Just a few seconds later, and this story might have ended very differently. When a pressurized container takes a hard impact, its shell and internal pressure can become unstable, causing it to rupture and suddenly release the liquid or This house may have survived years of storms, but today the rushing water finally found a limit its walls could not withstand. Retaining slopes are designed to stabilize soil and protect structures below, but this time even that line of defense had to surrender to the power of nature. Heat causes gas and liquefied fuel inside a cylinder to expand while vapor pressure rises. If heating continues and the cylinder weakens, the risk of rupture increases significantly. It looks like the Say No to Alcohol campaign just found a new ambassador, although his way of delivering the message seems a little expensive on the food. Without learning a few more rules about crossing the street safely, she may not be able to count on luck smiling at her again next time. Apparently, this shelf is a little sensitive to noise. One cough from the guy, and it immediately decided to quit on the spot. If there were a competition for fastest reflexes, this guy may have just submitted an audition impressive enough to get the judge's attention. The frightening part of the domino effect isn't the first failure, but how it can spread to nearby structures and turn a localized problem into a much larger one. Danger doesn't always knock before arriving. Sometimes it simply waits quietly beneath your feet until you finally notice it. Sinkholes form when the ground below gradually loses support, creating a void that causes the surface to collapse. And Alton, Illinois just got an unexpected real-world lesson in how that works. Many animals are highly sensitive to vibrations traveling through the ground, which may partly explain why the birds suddenly took flight together when a magnitude 4.8 earthquake shook Granada, Spain on the morning of August 18th. On August 26, a dam in Sudan collapsed, sending floodwaters through several villages in the Red Sea Hills and leaving severe damage behind. Homes at the foot of a mountain may offer spectacular views, but that beauty also comes with the risk of landslides and powerful runoff when heavy rain persists. Crosswinds push against the ship's exposed side above the waterline. Combined with wave mode, this increases the healing moment and makes it harder for the vessel to remain stable.
Shoot.
Let the barrier be the layer of protection, keeping you away from a massive machine coming your way rather than gambling on a margin of just a few seconds. Freight trains carry enormous mass and momentum, so even while reversing a collision at a railroad crossing can generate enough force to cause a derailment. If there were a list of thieves from the Sky Seagulls would definitely rank near the top. No stage, no spotlights, the ocean still knows exactly how to capture everyone's attention when it suddenly puts on a spectacular show right in front of visitors. Every flood storm or movement of the ground leaves us with an important reminder. Complacency can come at a very high cost. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for more incredible moments.